This video is step 3 of the Open Roads Designer ProjectWise Dynamic Workspace Deployment Guide. And in this step, we are going to add ProjectWise CSBs. So the first CSB that we're going to add is at the predefined level. So you can see I have ProjectWise Administrator open right now, and you want to go to Workspaces Managed Predefined, right-click, select New Configuration Block. In this configuration block, you can give it any kind of name that you want. I'll name it ORDCE configuration root, and then you can give it a description if you want. So I'll call it Open Roads Designer Connect Edition configuration. Okay, so now that I have that set, I'll go to this configuration tab and I want to add a variable. This variable is going to be the location of just our root configuration. So where is this configuration? So it's defined by this variable, uStation configuration. And this is for the description. We can just say that this is the root directory containing all configuration files. Okay, so we want to make sure that this is locked so that it doesn't get changed anywhere, and we'll add it. We want this to be a ProjectWise folder, and select this button to browse to the ProjectWise folder. And so from the previous video, you can see that this is where it is. So this is the location, the root directory containing all of my configuration files. So it all starts right here. And then from there, this is where all of the configuration files are. So like if I open up ProjectWise Explore configuration folder, like for example, here's one of this workspace setup config is one of the configurations that it's going to use. So we'll set that up right there, and I'll select this configuration. So click OK, OK, make sure it's locked, and click OK. And then we'll add one more variable just to display all configurations. So it's display all CFG bars. And this is nice so that whenever you open Open Roads Designer, you can see every single variable. So it displays all of them, even the ones that are hidden. So the description for this is that it just displays all Open Roads Designer configuration variables. And we'll just keep it locked, and it's just going to be a string with a value of 1. And that's all for the predefined. So the next place where we want to add our second CSB is going to be at this workspace level. So right click, new configuration block. And the name for this, you can give it any name. I'm just going to call it dynamic workspace name. And this is Open Roads Designer Connect Edition Dynamic Workspace name. I'll go to the configuration tab and I want to add a variable. And the variable that we're going to add is this uStation workspace name. So this is essentially a variable that tells me what is the name of my workspace. The description here is that it dynamically resolves the name of the workspace. Okay, and we want this value locked. And this is a string, and we'll just type in what it says in the document. It's last dir piece DMS parent project DGN dir. Okay, so click OK, and then Okay, and so essentially what this is doing is if I go to ProjectWise Explorer and it says, okay, this is the directory. So this is, we'll probably, like you'll open a folder underneath the work set and it says, what is the directory? So what is the directory? And I want to know the parent project. So this is the project because we converted it to a ProjectWise project. So this is the project. What's the parent project? So what's the project just above that? It's this. And then it says this last dir piece. So what is the last name, the last folder, which is the imperial standards? So that's how essentially those variable work. So it's this imperial standards is what it's going to pull for that variable. I go back here and open it up again, this UStation workspace name is going to be that imperial standards is what it's going to find. Okay, so then the very last variable that we need to add is under the work set. So we need to add a new configuration block. We'll just call this the dynamic work set name. And this is the Open Roads Designer Connect Edition Dynamic Work Set name. And we just want to add one variable. And this variable is going to tell us the name of the work set. So it's UStation work set name. And it dynamically resolves the name of the work set. Okay, we want it to be locked, so I'll check that. And I'll type in the variable from the document, which is last dir piece DMS project. You can notice that this is different from the parent project. This is the actual project. So I'll click OK and OK and then OK to save the work set. And so since that was just project, it's going to pull the name of this. So that pulls the name of the work set. And now that all of those are in, are predefined, our workspace and our work set, that ends step 3.